In Asian Individual Chess Championships 2025 Open Round 5, Idani steers the game into a well-known King's Indian defense Makogono variation, testing Dao Khuong Dui's preparation. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On g6. Knight c3. Bishop g7. On e4. On d6 transposed into King's Indian defense Makogono variation. On h3. King castled kingside. Bishop e3. On c6. On g4. Knight a6. Queen d2. On e5. On d5. On takes d5. On takes d5. Knight c5. Dao Khuong Dui is aiming to play Knight takes e4. Knight takes e4. Knight takes e4 and gain a significant edge. On f3 played by Idani. Bishop d7. King castled queenside. Queen e8 it is novelty move. Knight ge2. Idani's idea is to play Knight g3. On b5. Bishop takes c5. On takes c5. On g5. On b4. Knight ce2. Queen d8. On takes f6 and take decisive advantage. On b5 played by Dao Khuong Dui. Dao Khuong Dui wants to play on b4. Bishop takes c5. On takes c3. Knight takes c3. On takes c5 and secure a stronghold in the game. On b4 played by Idani. Threatening pawn takes c5. Knight a4 played by Dao Khuong Dui. Knight takes a4. On takes a4. Knight c3. On a3. King b1. Queen b8. Threatening queen takes b4 check. On b5 played by Idani. Idani is aiming to play King a1. Rook c8. Rook b1. Bishop e8. Rook b3. Knight d7. On g5. On f5. Rook takes a3 and seizes the initiative. Queen c7 played by Dao Khuong Dui. King a1. Idani wants to play Knight b1. Knight e8. Knight takes a3. On f5. Rook b1. On takes e4. On takes e4. Rook f4. Rook b4 and establish a winning position. Rook fc8 played by Dao Khuong Dui. Threatening queen takes c3 check. Rook c1 played by Idani. Queen a5. Bishop e2. Idani is looking to play Rook c2. Rook cb8. Rook hc1. Knight e8. Knight b1. Queen takes d2. Bishop takes d2. Bishop takes b5. Bishop takes b5 and take decisive advantage. Rook ab8 played by Dao Khuong Dui. Rook he1. On a6. Dao Khuong Dui is looking to play on takes b5. Knight takes b5. Rook takes c1 check. Rook takes c1. Rook takes b5. Bishop takes b5. Queen takes b5 and increase their advantage significantly. On b6 played by Idani. Rook takes b6. Knight b1. Rook b4. Rook takes c8 check. Bishop takes c8. Rook c1. Threatening rook takes c8 check. Bishop b7 played by Khuong. Bishop c4. Take a moment to spot the best move for Khuong. Pawn h6 is best move here because Rook d1. Knight d7. Bishop b3. Knight c5. Rook c1. Knight takes b3 check position is equal. Let's analyze the main line. Threatening knight takes d5. Bishop c4 played by Idani. Knight d7 is not the best move played by Khuong. Queen e1. Idani considers playing Bishop d2. Rook takes b1 check. Rook takes b1 and gain a significant edge. Rook a4 played by Khuong. Khuong is planning to play Queen takes e1. Rook takes e1. Rook takes c4 and gain a significant edge. Queen takes a5 played by Idani. Rook takes a5. Knight d2. Idani might go for Bishop e2. Rook c5. Bishop takes c5 and dominate the board. Bishop f8 played by Khuong. Rook b1. Threatening rook takes b7. Bishop c8 played by Khuong. Rook b4. Bishop e7. Knight b3. Bishop d8. Knight takes a5. Bishop takes a5. Rook b3. Threatening rook takes a3. King g7 played by Khuong. Rook takes a3. Bishop b4. Threatening bishop takes a3. Rook a4 played by Idani. Threatening rook takes b4. Pawn a5 played by Khuong. Bishop b5. Pawn f5. Pawn a3. Threatening pawn takes b4. Bishop c5 played by Khuong. Bishop takes c5. Knight takes c5. Rook c4. Pawn takes e4. Pawn takes e4. King f6. Rook c3. Bishop b7. Rook f3 check. King e7. Bishop d3. Pawn g5. King b2. Bishop c8. King c3. Bishop d7. King d2. Bishop e8. King e3. Bishop d7. Rook f2. Bishop c8. Rook b2. King d8. Rook b6. Threatening rook takes d6 check. King e7 played by Khuong. Bishop b5. Idani intends to play Rook b8. King d8. Bishop c6. King c7. Rook a8 and establish a winning position. Bishop b7 played by Khuong. Bishop c6. Threatening bishop takes b7. Bishop a6 played by Khuong. Rook b8. Bishop d3. Rook a8. Threatening rook takes a5. Pawn a4 played by Khuong. Bishop takes a4. Bishop takes e4. Bishop c6. Idani might go for. On a4. King f6. On a5. Bishop d3. Rook b8, and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop g2 played by Khuong. Rook a7 check. King f6. Rook takes h7. King g6. Threatening king takes h7. Rook h8 played by Idani. King g7. Khuong wants to play. King takes h8. Bishop b5. King g7. Bishop c4. Bishop h1. King d2. King f7. King c3. King e7. King d4, and gain a significant edge. Rook h5 played by Idani. Threatening rook takes g5 check. Knight e4 played by Khuong. On a4. King f6. On a5. Idani wants to play. On a6. Knight c3. Rook h6 check. King g7. Rook takes d6. Knight d1 check. King d2. Knight b2. Rook d7 check, and take decisive advantage. Knight c5 played by Khuong. Rook h6 check. King e7. Rook h8. Bishop f1. Rook h7 check. King d8. Bishop b7. Bishop c4. Rook g7. Knight takes b7. Rook takes b7. Bishop takes d5. Rook g7. Idani is preparing to play. On a6. King c8. On a7. Bishop c6. Rook g8 check, and gain a significant edge. Bishop c4 played by Khuong. Rook takes g5, a tough loss for Khuong, who resigned under pressure.